Hello, I thought I would just do a quick tutorial to show you how to turn things on and off with the Dogtra 280C and also how to charge it. So starting with everything turned off, your remote has a blue button on the side. You're gonna press and hold the blue button until you see that LED light start to turn on and the green light start to flash. Your collar piece, these red dots are actually magnets, and that's going to activate and deactivate your collar piece. So there's no buttons on the collar or anything that connects to it and they get pressed and turn it off. So you need to match the red dots together. I typically hold the remote upside down in my hand to do that because you want to be able to watch this light turn on and off, okay? So when you put them together, that is going to turn green and start flashing. Both of those lights are going to flash momentarily, or every few seconds. So that turns the pieces on. Take another step and actually press this front pager feature, because that's going to vibrate the collar, you can hear that, to actually ensure that you actually turn it on and you did it properly. When the green lights are green, you're good to go. You got about a full charge. If it's an orange color, you got maybe a half a day left, probably even less than that. And then if it's red, it's gonna die soon. You're gonna wanna charge it right away. As long as the lights are on, if they're flashing red, it's still working. It's still going to apply the sensation, the stimulation. So the lights are there just as a cautionary warning, you need to start charging it. They do die at different rates. So the collar piece is going to last you typically 4 to 5 days, whereas the remote might last you a week to a week and a half on average, as long as you're turning things on and off properly and charging it correctly. There's also a little battery, if you noticed here on the screen of the remote. Another feature I like to point out is you notice how that light turns on anytime you make any changes. If you tap the button or if you adjust the dial, that LED light turns on, and then it goes off when it's just kind of in standby. If you just tap the side button, it'll no longer do that. The blue light will no longer come on. So it's very helpful to be able to see at night, to have that LED light on. And if you notice that you can't see it, just tap that blue button on the side. Just tap it once and that'll turn that feature back on. So how to turn the pieces off: you're going to press and hold the blue button on the side for the remote. Press and hold it until it actually says off, and you can release. And then the red dots on the back, you just pair those together again until this light turns red, and then you're good. So when you go to charge it, there's these little rubber plugs on the back here. Okay, rubber plug there, and a rubber plug on the bottom next to that red light, or red magnet, okay? Your charger is gonna have a splitter, so it charges both pieces at the same time. You'll plug these in to the collar. Remote. You can charge just one at a time if needed. If you just need to charge the collar piece and don't need to do the remote, that's fine. And then plug this into the wall. It's gonna be a rapid 2-hour charge. I'll actually just plug it in right here. The lights will be red when they're charging, and then those will turn green when they're done, and that's typically within about 2 hours. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So my collar's already been charged. So you want to unplug it right away. Do not leave it plugged in longer than when it turns green. If you leave it plugged in overnight or while you're going to work all day, that'll actually drain the battery life. Also, do not charge it every day. Charge it every day, you're gonna notice probably within a month, it won't hold the charge longer than 24 hours. So to keep the battery life long as possible, only charge it when you're starting to need it. And then I also usually suggest go on Amazon or a local business and buy an outlet timer. These are super convenient because typically you're going to want to charge the collar when it's off the dog, when you're going to work, or overnight when you go to sleep. So I use this outlet timer all the time. When you plug it in, you can set it for 2 hours. So these are super convenient. You can also use like if you have timers from Christmas lights or whatever, you can also use those as well. I think I covered it all. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you soon.